Hey, what's up you guys? It's Caboose bringing you another Mortal Kombat movie video, and today what I got for you guys here is going to be my breakdown of the Mortal Kombat movie Red Band trailer. We're going to go over some Easter eggs, some things you may have missed, and as well I'm just going to provide for you guys my thoughts on the trailer and the movie so far from what we've seen. Before we get into everything, I wanted to ask you guys, of course, if at any point you enjoy the video, if you could consider leaving a like rating on it, it would show your support, and I would really appreciate it. So if you enjoy the video at any point, leaving a like rating would be awesome, especially if you're hyped for the Mortal Kombat movie. Drop a like on this video, and if you're looking forward to the movie and you want to be kept up to date, well then I got you covered. I've been making and will continue to make videos on all the news and updates for the film, my reactions to trailers or clips or whatever we might see between now and the release of the film, and I will definitely be reviewing the Mortal Kombat movie come April 16th, so you can look out for that. And if all that sounds good to you, well then you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to be immediately notified when a video goes live. And with all that being said, let's get into this. Okay, first thing, really important to break down. That's a really cool shot. This is a really cool moment in the trailer. But no, yeah, to talk about this scene, although it's not necessarily something you may have missed, not really even something to break down, but just to talk about it and provide my thoughts. In the movie, they are changing up the lore of how Jax loses his arms. It's no longer to Ermac's hands, although this is something like this piece of lore for Mortal Kombat, from my understanding, is something that has been retconned and changed over and over and over again. So in the movie, they're changing it once again, and they're making it so that Sub-Zero freezes Jax's arms and just literally destroys them, shatters them, and that's how Jax loses his arms within the Mortal Kombat movie. Some people were upset about this retcon. To me, like, this piece of lore isn't like instrumental to the path that these characters go on in like the Mortal Kombat tournament or whatever, you know, like this doesn't really have to be that big of a deal. And honestly, it sets up a really menacing villain in Sub-Zero, which he is supposed to be. Sub-Zero is the antagonist of this film, so to do something as crazy, as brutal as this, which I'm assuming is toward the beginning of the movie, well, that sets up a really good villain in Sub-Zero, I think. And it's a cool way to kind of showcase, okay, this is how Jax loses his arms, this is how he gets the mechanical arms that we see later on in the trailer, and I'm assuming as well in the film. Quick thing I wanted to point out, the WB logo, Ashes and Fire, the New Line Cinema logo, freezing, turn into ice, fire and ice, Scorpion Sub-Zero. Pretty cool. Then we got the character of Cole Young walking into this gym. Make note of this gym. Remember it if you can. We're going to talk about it later in this breakdown. We see, of course, that he's got that birthmark. He was born with it, though. It's not necessarily like an actual birthmark per some dialogue that has kind of been taken as way too obvious and super random sounding. But regardless, Cole Young's got the birthmark. That's not really a birthmark, something he was born with, which signifies that he was chosen for Mortal Kombat. Here's Cole Young in an MMA cage. Remember this MMA cage? We're going to talk about it later. Then we got Melina. She's walking somewhere. This is definitely not Earth. You can see a planet like right on the atmosphere there of this planet that Melina's on. So I don't think this is Earth. She's somewhere, maybe Outworld. I'm not sure, but Melina's up to something. Now, this is where I'm going to need a little bit of your guys' help, because maybe you know this for sure. I'm just speculating, although I've seen a lot of people do some speculating, so I don't think anyone has the confirmation on what this could be. But we have this little painting here of what I assume is a previous Mortal Kombat tournament, which helps us have an understanding of the tournament and the fact that it's been like a tradition. And some people have speculated that this is Shao Kahn, maybe, and him winning like the first Mortal Kombat tournament, something like that. Whatever it is they maybe want to set up for this movie. He's got blood on his hands. Whoever he was fighting is spitting out blood. There's like an entire war or entire nation of people behind him. Not sure what's happening. It could be Shao Kahn. Even some people have said that maybe it's the Great Kung Lao. I don't know. But I think no matter what, this is some sort of painting that gives us an idea of the history of the Mortal Kombat tournament. Then we got a meeting between Raiden and Tsung. I don't know what the context of this scene is. There's a lot of ice surrounding them, so I'm guessing Sub-Zero was here. And you can even see some cages down here, which again, make a mental note of. We're going to talk more about this and kind of bring it all together when we get towards the end of the trailer and my breakdown. But these cages, could they be in that same little MMA place or that same little MMA ring or the gym that Cole Young works out in? I don't know. I don't know, but make note of it. Now, here's a really important part of the trailer, which people are talking about, but I don't think enough people are talking about. We got Cole Young looking a little beat up, looking a little tired, sweaty, and he's looking in the mirror, and it flashes to a match cut of Hanzo Asashi Scorpion in what is looking like the Netherrealm, becoming Scorpion, and he's having a reaction as well, probably realizing that he's looking at Cole Young. What does this mean? I'm guessing there is some sort of connection, although that's not hard to guess, that there's some sort of connection between Scorpion and Cole Young. There's been a lot of talk regarding Cole Young's heritage, regarding the fact that he doesn't know where he comes from. So maybe he's Scorpion's son. Maybe he's a descendant of Hanzo Asashi. Who knows? But clearly, in some way, Scorpion or Hanzo Asashi and Cole Young are connected in some way. And maybe it is the fact that he's Scorpion's son. Who knows? Then we get this ridiculous battle between Hanzo Asashi and the Lin Kuei, and you can see actually there in the background a frozen family, which I'm assuming this is after Hanzo finds his family has been killed by Sub-Zero, by the Lin Kuei, which is messed up. That's going to be pretty brutal to see. But after that, he kind of becomes unhinged, just goes to town on these Lin Kuei fools, absolutely demolishes them. It's so badass. This is so sick. Hiroyuki Sanada was born for this role. He's gonna nail it. There you can see Kano without the scratched up eye, and we also see a shot following this of him using his cybernetic eye. So I'm wondering if he just has a cybernetic eye, and it's not because he got those like scratches or whatever that he had to get the implant. It maybe is just that he has a cybernetic eye. That's his thing. Also, another thing that people have pointed out is that this is the wrong eye the laser's shooting out of. One of the producers of the film had made note on the fact that this is a reversed shot, so it's flipped. In the actual movie, it will be flipped to the correct position so that you can actually see the laser coming out of what would be the right eye, the correct one. Then we got Jax, mechanical arms and all, about to crush some dude's head. Some people were saying that maybe this is Raiko. I don't think so. This is probably just some dude that's very expendable, some random guy that they could just take out and kill. But I guess we'll see. Then we got the introduction of Kung Lao, which this might be the best costume design out of any character in the entire movie, because it's literally 1-to-1 ripped from the game, put into the movie. It's perfect. And he's blocking a shot from presumably Kano there, who's maybe just causing some trouble in the group, being the Kano that we're going to know him to be with this group. Then following that, Raiden, he's being summoned or has summoned himself. He's coming in to this forest. Someone's lying on the ground there. That might be Hanzo Asashi after being defeated by the Lin Kuei, by Sub-Zero during that opening sequence of the film. But I wonder then, is it Raiden that sends him to the Netherrealm? You know, is Quan Chi going to show up? Is that going to be a little cameo, something that we don't expect? I really wonder what's happening here, because that probably is Hanzo Asashi on the ground, maybe dead. And what does Raiden do to show up to try and save him? You know, how does Hanzo end up in the Netherrealm and become Scorpion? Now, this is a thing you definitely might have missed. A blink and you'll miss it moment of Raiden slamming his staff into the ground and some contraption in the background conducting electricity for that staff. I'm not entirely sure what this is going to be like, but we'll see in the movie when we watch it on April 16th. But regardless, over to the left there, a nice blue fan with some spikes. Is that a little katana Easter egg that I see? Real close to Liu Kang as well. You see the Shaolin monks, you see Kano with the scratches on his eye, Cole Young, Sonya Blade, Raiden's maybe taking them all somewhere, teleporting them somewhere, I don't know. But nice little katana Easter egg. I wonder if the actress playing Melina is going to be playing katana as well. If we see that, that would make the most sense considering the fact that Melina is a clone of katana. So we'll see what happens there, but yes, definitely an Easter egg, definitely some world building being done, even in the trailer for this Mortal Kombat movie. Now, this is key. Although this is such a badass shot, this is so cool, and of course the focus is gonna be on how cool Scorpion looks, you gotta pay attention over to the right and what's in the background. We got this MMA cage in the background, all frozen in ice, first of all. We got someone wrapped up in some bandages, I think, there, but also having just some designs and some lines and stuff like that across his body, a red belt there, some black pants. Make note of that because I'm pretty sure this is Cole Young. Scorpion, Hanzo Asashi in the Netherrealm here. I want to see what the Netherrealm fully looks like in this Mortal Kombat movie, and I'm also very intrigued again as to how Hanzo becomes Scorpion, what that path is like, how he is led on that path. And Hiroyuki Sanada looks so good here, even without the mask, in the costume of Scorpion. Holy smokes, what a badass. Then we got Kung Lao facing off against, again, I think this is Cole Young. There's that red belt. Once again, the black pants. Doesn't have the interesting designs across his body just yet. And this is probably some training that they're doing, trying to get Cole Young ready for Mortal Kombat. And Kung Lao doing some crazy move here, looking so sick. He's one of the Shaolin monks, so you know he's gonna be a badass martial artist. I can't wait to see this scene in motion, like in full. Then we got Melina. Not a lot of people are the biggest fan of this. She doesn't have the big mouth with the teeth and everything. In fact, she barely even has the teeth. And you really wouldn't know that this was Melina if she wasn't licking a sigh there. I don't want to fully judge this until we see the movie. I'm gonna reserve my judgment until we see the movie. But I will say, if this is what Melina's design is in final, like when we actually see the full thing in motion, then I will agree that it's one of the weaker designs from the game brought into the movie. Little Shao Kahn statue there. The only thing I wanted to break down about this is that is 100% the MK11 design for Shao Kahn. You see like the dragon looking arms, you know, the costume in general looks like the one from MK11, the broken helmet, the hammer. This is MK11 Shao Kahn. They absolutely reached out to NetherRealm and were like, yo, can we borrow that design for this movie? Here we got Reptile. That is like, I'm almost 99% sure that that's Reptile. Someone coming out of camouflage. You can see some scales there. I'm not the biggest fan of Reptile's design. This might be the weakest out of all the characters that are brought to life in this movie. And we'll actually get a clearer look of Reptile, I think, later on in this breakdown. We'll get into it. But he's sneaking up there on Sonya and Cole Young in the background, who are maybe doing some investigating. Throughout this scene, we hear Shang Tsung kind of saying some lines, no matter how many people you kill, we're still gonna win, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing a bit. But then he orders what is Sub-Zero behind him and Melina to kill whoever he is talking to. I wonder who it is that he's talking to. I wonder if that person maybe is an important character with some plot armor that gets saved, or if this will be a display of how ruthless Shang Tsung and this crew is. Some people were going a little too crazy about this one. People were like, oh my god, it's Smoke, it's confirmed, Smoke's gonna be in the movie. No, it doesn't confirm that just yet. I don't want to get my hopes up just yet. Could this be Sub-Zero maybe fighting Smoke? Could it be Smoke helping out Sub-Zero? Or could this just be the effect that's made from a portal that Shang Tsung summons? Could be any of those. Would I like it to be Smoke so that we could see another color swap ninja in the movie? 150%. Do I think it's going to be Smoke? I think the chances of that are fairly low. If they're going to make a Mortal Kombat 2 or a Mortal Kombat 3, then you might see the introduction of some of the other crazier ninja characters like Ermac or Smoke, or even maybe a better Reptile, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. Then we got Liu Kang summoning the dragon, so badass. And although we'll get a closer look at him later, he's actually fighting here in the corner in the bottom, Cabal. We'll get a closer look at the character. We won't get a full-on look at the design of the character, but that is indeed Cabal that Liu Kang is fighting up against. Now, remember I told you guys to make note of the character design from that Scorpion shot earlier. We got Prince Goro, first of all. Holy smokes, this was such a surprise for me. I was not expecting to see this in the trailer. And what do you see in terms of who he's fighting? These crazy designs across the body, the red belts, the black pants. 99% sure that Goro here is fighting Cole Young, and this may be kind of the ultimate test for Cole Young. So we'll see how this plays out, what the full context this is going to be in the movie. But as well, the crazy like design or costume or whatever it is that Cole Young has here, this to me gives me the idea that he's maybe got his powers, or whatever powers that he might have at this point in time. You know, he's got, if he's connected to Scorpion, some fire abilities, I don't know. And there's Sub-Zero, I'm guessing, coming after Cole Young during this scene, and he's just destroying this town, wreaking havoc with some ice, looking straight up like the Night King, by the way. This is some Game of Thrones Night King crap right here. Like, I love it. I love it. And there you have it. That is Cabal right there, facing off against Liu Kang, looking like Ryu, by the way. You got the gas mask, you know, And even if we pause it at the right time, if we can, you can see the hook sword. You're hooked, Cabalin. The gas canisters behind him there. You can get a decent look at the mask, and even, hold on, if I forward it a little bit, the burns on the arms. So this is 150% Cabal, and I can't wait to see how this fight plays out. I can't wait to see what the full-on design is like for Cabal, because it looks like, for the most part, maybe it's the MK11 design. We'll see. Scorpion and Sub-Zero go at it here. They're battling it out. One of the coolest moments of the trailer, the blood splatter getting turned into an ice dagger for Sub-Zero. And you can notice as well, an MMA cage. This looks like it's a gym of some kind that they're fighting in. Probably Cole Young's gym that he trains in as an MMA fighter, I'm assuming. And so Cole Young definitely is involved in this battle in some way, and you'll know that for sure in a second. But hold on, if I can get it paused at the right time. Oh my goodness, what a shot. What a shot of Scorpion tossing the spear. Oh man, I am so excited for this movie. Then Scorpion with the get over here. Hiroyuki Sanada with such gravitas says that line, and you can see again, blink and you'll miss it, as Scorpion is pulling Sub-Zero and you may be looking in another direction. Again, that the patterning, the black pants, you can't see the red belt here. I'm guessing that's Cole Young once again fighting alongside Scorpion against Sub-Zero. And the way that the spear is kind of in Sub-Zero's arm, the way that I'm assuming this scene plays out is that Sub-Zero's about to hit the finishing blow on Cole Young, but Scorpion saves him, or Scorpion just arrives during this moment to save him. And again, there's that MMA cage. This is definitely the gym that Cole Young trains in, and it's all like it's just a ton of ice, considering that Sub-Zero showed up. Then we get to finish them from Shang Tsung, and we actually see what may be some key character deaths, all right? And so we see here, this is why I warned you guys about the spoilers in the beginning. We see here, first of all, the energy rings being shot from Sonya there. That is absolutely her using the energy rings. I love that. And who is she shooting? Well, that's Melina. That is definitely Melina, who has pink blood, I guess? I don't know. And who was Melina fighting? Well, there's the patterning, the red belt and the black pants, Cole Young. She was fighting Cole Young here, who, again, maybe has his powers at this point in time. And Sonya kind of just shows up to shut that down and wrap this fight up. And I know Melina fans are probably going to be pissed about this one. Does it guarantee that Melina's dead? Don't jump the gun on that just yet. We know what Mortal Kombat is like. We know how much damage these characters take in these games and just survive it. So try not to worry just yet. We'll see. But then we also get a shot of Kano, and I think that's Reptile. Not the greatest design for Reptile, but it looks like Reptile does definitely bite the dust as Kano performs his classic ripping of the heart and says the Kano wins line. Nice little classic reference to the movie. And again, this is, although I'm not the biggest fan of Kano's design, this actor, Josh Lawson, I think it is, nails it. He is doing such a good job from just these two scenes alone, these two lines of Kano wins and oh, that you frickin' beauty. Like, he is absolutely crushing it as Kano so far from what I could tell, and has me really excited. And that's it. That is my breakdown of the Mortal Kombat movie trailer. Tons of hints, tons of Easter eggs, tons of things you might have missed. Maybe there's even still some things that I missed. You can point them out for me in the comment section below. Just let me know. And if my breakdown helped point out some things for you that you may not have noticed the first couple of times you watched the trailer, well then, if you could consider leaving a like rating on the video, it would show your support and I would really appreciate it. I'm Caboose, and you can click on screen to make your way to one of the other videos on the channel, or you can click my logo to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Those links are going to be in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed, leave a comment if you have an opinion, and subscribe if you're new. See you guys later.